Just talk it in.
Where's the mustache? Just as Goodwin was going to score, all the kids fell on the floor. That's how Cheltenham lost the cup.
In 1923.
In 1923, there we go.
I know
He might used to start it and then disappear.
a few times you had the pre-match talk on a Friday
What was he talking about? Yeah.
in the billiard room
Yeah.
with that table on. They had these wooden tops.
But I've actually got one. And
He started talking about how to play tomorrow, and nobody had questioned him because sometimes he'd done it about last week's game, and he'd talk, and he got the opposite of what all the players thought, so they just kept quiet to get it over quick.
His favourite one was the full back is there. Cut him down the middle. He can't see anything that side.
No.
You go that side. You can't see nothing that side.
They was playing Burnley, I remember this, and Revell. Was his name Owen? Jack. No. Phipps. Owen Phipps was a centre half. Holden was the centre forward. If you remember Holden, he was the most underestimated centre forward there was at that time. And he said, he's dead on the left, though. You ain't got to worry about on the left side. They won about 3-0 and he got free with his left foot.
Well, no, I think the best thing he ever said just when we played Everton. We were struggling and every point counted, and we came in half time and drawing 0-0. He said, that's it, lads. He said, now see that stand? Each time we get the ball, kick it over the bloody top. This is true. Over the top. And Chris could kick a ball, and bloody Tib was almost trying to follow him 2 or 3 times second half. He was lamming his bloody ball over the top of trying to get over the top of the stand. Still, we get that ball over there, they can't score. That was one of his things he said. Yeah. He was an amazing man to have got what he was.
Because one of the things you were saying to me, Riley, on the phone was that you thought all the players were too obedient or too quiet.
Yeah, we was too loyal to one another. There was about 3 that was after a job. Benny was a main culprit, Well, you had more runs in with him than anybody.
You know the story of how Benny became captain. Well, I'll tell you the true story, I've been captain for 3 or 4 years and I had an injury and I was out. So he made Frankie Locke captain, if you remember. And Frankie, he didn't like it. He was nearly going. He couldn't care less. Frankie was,
no,
I don't want to play
laid back, wasn't he?
So I came back after 2 games and I was thinking, and Frank was still going to be captain, and Frank, I don't want to play his job, was Seedy. So Seedy said, you have it, Ty. I said, you're not going to bloody do that to me. I said, when I come back, I would expect to get it back normal, not wait for somebody else to put in for 1 game and stop him. He said, well, who am I going to make captain? So he said, Sam, oh Christ, no, not him. Oh Christ, you up there sick, so-and-so. He said, there's only one fella. He said, and he's never here in the mornings. Anyway, that's Benny. He said, it'll have to be him, Charlie. I said, well, you pick so you like. Because Benny never came in till, this is 10:45, 10 o'clock, 6:15. Sorry, boss, got stuck in the tunnel. This is Benny, this is Benny. I got stuck in the tunnel, boss. So
Lived at Wood.
next morning, after the day I've been made captain, he's in there with the boss at 7:45. And who did he upset then? Trotter. Because Trotter was always in at 8 o'clock chatting with the boss and he couldn't get in because Benny was in there. And that is the true story. And another true story about Benny is he did all the studying on the football boots. This is true. Yeah, Benny. He used to, on the winter, he used to put them on his shoes. He put them on the table to see they were level. And he used to put the tops on then in those days, on top of the stuff. And because it would be drying out, so he'd be whipping them off, the top side. And the next day, I'd say, well, if it's drying some more, that's all bloody to all go on again, Well, that is a true story. Yes, he did the stuff.
Yeah, they was like a...
We used to do that, they dubbed the ball, didn't
They
we?
was like a rugby. Come to a point.
Just slightly like that, I mean, and
like the rugby boots always had them on, didn't they?
Yeah.
And then Well, when I went to Charlton, they had these studs and they used to put a tip on it. They would have been
We came
now
to
right
like
through the
with
centre.
Trotter had to separate him and I didn't let them fight him.
Well,
Well, what was that about then, Charlie?
Right?
What was that about?
Well, it was a game, there's a bit of mag over there and things happening, you know.
During the
He
game?
took a swing at me.
Jimmy,
During the game?
No, in the dressing room.
I think that's why you talking, getting on the same subject, but I think that's why Trotter got the manager's job, because he wouldn't work under Benny. Because Benny was angling for it
Yeah.
right from
Right,
6 years before when I was here, or 4 years before. And Trotter called him, what do they call these, that were a bit round the bend? The word, I can't think of it.
There are all sorts of funny, isn't there? You had,
He thought he was like that, you know, 1 minute he
Don't
was...
be loony.
you had these other friends, you see.
I tell you what, the word he used was logo.
Yeah, well,
The
see
two,
that.
the two fellas like, that really were the comedians of the place was Tommy and Benny. Tommy Brown and Benny. Tommy Brown and Benny.
They played together at
And
Millwall.
because, you know, I mean, when we used to go away to Manchester or somewhere, there'd be a snooker table and they would come. And I didn't fall in for ages, nor did everybody else at the time. I never fell in. They would say, right, £10 a game, Tom, come on, in the pot. And they were both very good players, because Tommy could knock 100.
Yes, he used to play against Joe Davis in exhibition
Up in the
matches.
town. In the
I saw him
nightclub.
at the Radical Club.
Yeah. Anyway, these two went on, you see, and all the young lads, we were money, we didn't have work money at that time, you know. Christ almighty, £20 in the kitty, you know. And Tommy would win, and Benny said, right, £40 or nothing, Tom. £40
Yeah,
good enough.
that was a
And because they'd
come
off the
on.
table all night, nobody else wouldn't get another game, you see. So I'm talking to Tommy, who was quite friendly, and I thought, Christ, how many games that was silly here? Charlie won't be kidding. Which here we happen to go back. But he had everybody else on a bit of string, or bubbles, and that, so, yeah. Nobody got looking.
That's how Tommy got away, I think.
Oh, sorry, it was
He was given away, wasn't he?
The golf pro up at Shooter's Hill
Ernie
used to ring
Roll.
the police every time Tommy came.
Ernie
He said,
Roll.
Charlie, he said, I can't catch that bugger. He said, he comes in with swinging a golf club, and I think, take no notice of him. I find that I've got an old golf cup, and then one of my new ones are gone.
Yeah.
You know? Or he said, he's put a pair of boots in his change around the back somewhere, shoved his old ones in, and took my new one, you know? So he said, every time he comes down, I ring the police.
That's Tommy Brown.
Oh, sorry.
He was a marvellous golfer.
Tommy Brown.
Tommy Brown.
Tommy, and you know when he came to Millwall, they said down there, Tommy won't be available for 3 months, he's got to go back row.
He was inside.
And he was playing inside for 3 months because of the
Black market.
clothing coupons, wasn't it, something like that.
Tires. Oh,
Oh,
there.
he was a fanatical golfer, and he said, can you arrange it? There used to be a little fellow named Tits in the Market. I don't really remember him, had a curtain counter. Anybody remember him? Just inside the counter.
Yeah.
Down the
Oh,
square.
yeah. In the market.
Yeah. Well, he was quite friendly with the bookie, you see. And Tommy said, can you get Tits to bring his mate? We're playing golf, Charlie. I said, yeah, okay. See? So we're playing up at Shooter's Hill, see. Well, Tommy slapping him along, he was right just after the war, you see. And he dropped his bag, and all these new golf balls fell out. You see? And because their bloody eyes popped out, you think, because he couldn't get a golf ball from anywhere. So he said, he started speaking. He said, what's the matter? He said, do you want to buy something? He said, yes, please. And I bought all the bloody lot from them. These two, you know. And so they gave me sticks for getting me what's name. They said, and that was Tommy.
We went out to Turkey. Sammy was out in Canada. Frank Rock was out in Australia with the England sides, representative. You wasn't there.
I wouldn't go.
Benny wouldn't fly. Anyway, Tommy Brown was there. He come straight from the West End nightclub to meet us uptown. And we landed in Turkey. And the first day, Caroline, as a Jewish type hawker, and he said, got anything to sell? Got any guns? Got any? No, we got. Anyway, what about salt? Tommy Brown took his up and sold him to it. That's a good truth.
We went to Paris. We went to Paris to play.
Yeah, they was woolen, see?
We went to
They
Paris to
couldn't get
play,
'em.
John.
He
In Paris.
sold 'em.
And we went in this shop, jeweller's shop, and there's Charlie Perks, you know, you couldn't be any more frightened than Charlie.
No.
He was one of those nervous people, you know. And we went in the shop, there was about 6 of us there, you see, and they were saying, cool, I don't know, like that, not like that, you see, and we weren't changing our money. So this fella come in, and Tommy could speak French quite fluently. And this fella said, I'll go, you see. And this fella went, you know, and Tommy digging in. Broke himself. And there's us standing there, watching, trying to petrify you. He come back down, we're all bloody caught. We went outside and he said to him, what do you want, Charlie? You want this so here? And it's just all a bloody lot. He said this fellow would come back at 2 o'clock and we'll give him our money to change then, you know. We just went out the shop. And you know, that was Tommy.
He could pay for paying Charlie. He could pay.
He was the youngest.
See, he couldn't understand why he used to put it down his foot.
Yeah,
absolutely.
drag it back.
Yeah.
He said, you should get back and trap it. He said, so I couldn't do that.
No.
He said, no, I can't do this. I can't do that. What you want to do?
He was the youngest Scottish international.
Oh, he's 17, he was captain.
Yeah.
He was captain of 17.
This captain,
I'll tell you, to finish up on Tommy Brown, Bert Johnson, because he went up north, didn't he? And he see a paper with Tommy Brown in a report. Him and another bloke had been to the races. He was like a tic-tac or someone.
Yeah, like a tic-tac.
And then back
Yeah, Greeny was my
in Scotland, in
Not
Edinburgh.
that green, another green.
Ended back in Edinburgh, and as you said, Charlie, Tommy Brown starts, they go in a big shop and start, because he's lumbering in the old boys' bag. When they get caught, Tommy claims the old boy got prison and that. He's dead now, anyway,
Yeah,
Charlie Brown.
Tommy Brown.
Tommy Brown.
He went to Leighton Orient, and Leighton Orient played the Arsenal. At Wembley, at Arsenal, in fact, you remember that period of time. And so Tommy was always had a girlfriend, it didn't matter what name. And he had somebody had photographed him with his wife, and when it came out, it wasn't his wife at all. It was somewhere else. It was a big photo of him and this girl. And he said, Tommy, just before the Arsenal match, you know, Tommy's enjoying his time at home with his wife. And it was another girl. Whoops.
Johnson was a bit of a late preacher, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, I was had it for some time, and I realised that, you know, but he's told, he was quiet fellow, wasn't he?
Yeah, very quiet.
Yeah, he preached in that,
One in Bexley,
a school, Sunday school, round by the Kitchener.
Yeah, only did
But he used to go in that tabernacle, whatever it was called, just down Bedford Street. And that Pompey player, he was a young player, and he preached there, and Bert was down. But
good player though, wasn't he? Because the one who was the most timid player, I think, there was Chris Duffy, without a doubt.
oh, he was a nutter, wasn't he?
No, Chris, yeah. He lived at the top of my road, you know, and I said, you know, we played with golf in those days, we didn't have a car, nothing like that. So I said, we were playing at the local golf course, Barnhurst, which wasn't far away, get the green bus, and we could get there, you see. So I said, he said, oh, you playing more? I said, Chris, he said, yeah, call me at 8:30, you see. So I'll get up and knock on the door, and his wife knocked on the door. She said, what do you want? I said, well, Chris going off. She said, he's not riding bloody golf.
No, we do.
So Chris came back, come on, go.
What fair is that, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Nobody was allowed on the field.
They're all like that.
What's come to me in later years, Duffy, because Duffy, I didn't know at the time, must have been a Protestant. And Seamus D'Arcy come here, and he was a Catholic, and he chopped D'Arcy down every time he spoke. You know what you're talking about, he'd say, and then he'd walk away, wouldn't he, quick?
Yeah.
And I just realised in later years, because Duffy got blown up out there. In the pub. He's dead anyway, isn't he? Yeah, he never got killed, he survived that.
He survived it.
But he definitely,
I didn't know that.
yeah.
I wonder what, you know, actually.
His wife had left by then.
Yeah.
But one of his sons is quite a good sailor. He's been mentioned once or twice in Ireland.
Is he?
Yeah.
Did anybody see that article about this Jet 3?
Yeah, it's in there.
Jet do?
It's in here.
Jet 3, yeah.
Good article, that.
Yeah, it's,
Jet 3,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Good article.
Well, Malcolm Alice, I'll tell you, did you know that, Charlie?
was the relative, didn't he?
Yeah.
You know that?
Yeah, but I think women was. I mean, he would stroll up in the morning and he used to say, I must get to bed tonight, and he'd take his trousers down and be all lipsticks all round his.
Tommy Brown.
Tommy Brown.
And we were playing somewhere in the quarter final of the cup, you know, and this telegram arrived on the ground, and Jimmy Trotter opened it and said, meet me tonight at what's the name hotel in London, love Sylvia. You know, and that wasn't his wife either. And that was the night before the match, this big match the next day, you know.
I've played it in a reserve match with Tommy Brown, and he's come straight down from, he's been playing snooker all night.
It was one of the nicest,
For big money in London.
Yeah, but aren't some of those roads...
It's just right, that's why they like
But
it.
I'll tell you what.
yeah, his wife was a lovely woman, wasn't she? And the son doted on his father.
He spent all his money. He didn't want his money and anybody else's money. You know, he'd get rid of it. Something. He had a saying there that in those days, you know, cup final tickets were very rare. You didn't get a 1 each or 2 each and that type, especially when we weren't in it. Well, Tommy, it was a time that Scotland was playing England, you know, at Wembley, and somebody else was playing no one. And in those days, there were a lot of youngsters that were, well, I mean, there was about 50 odd on the start in those days, wasn't it?
Yeah, 50 at least.
And a lot of them were youngsters, 8 and 9 and 10 of them were young ones, and they all went in the hat. So he went into George Hicks and he said, you know, George, he's been around and seen these kids, and he said, like, if I get a cup, mate, you cup one or two, you can have it, you see, but don't tell anybody. But if you get an straight in the match, and I can have it, all right, yeah, okay. He went around all the youngsters. So then he goes into George Hicks, the secretary who was in charge of that. He said, George, don't put me in the fight and draw for the FA Cup tickets. So his chances were getting the international ticket, but he never a chance of him getting a cup final ticket. He was white for everything.
But you couldn't help liking him.
No, you couldn't. No.
He wasn't there long,
Because
He came just after
about 3 years, wasn't he?
3 years,
Yeah.
Left his mark anyway.
Yeah.
Well, it's
So
like
lipstick.
it's like that other bloke who came here from Hearts, that Alex McRae.
Alex,
Yeah, he went up to
He's a
Middlesbrough.
good player, wasn't he?
Was a good player. Paid 8,000 for him, and took a lot of money though.
Yeah, was.
I think he was the only one that got a backhander.
He wasn't, he
Below
didn't reach
he
his
got-
potential. He came
because you
quick,
couldn't
but
get
he wouldn't have got
money.
any better, did he?
Off a seat
He
for lovely
played-
money.
No, I've got to see, I've got my
I
hat.
saw him play, he
My
played
hat
at
is on my
Bromley,
contract.
and he never seemed to live up to that first game, Alex McRae.
Didn't have
Oh,
enough place, did he?
So the little one we had when the war was a good, Jimmy Mason was one of the best.
Jimmy Mason was
He
good.
played in the cup.
Oh, he was great.
Wembley, didn't he? Yeah,
I wondered why they never...
Come third.
Why they went for him after?
No, I could never work it out.
Good player, Jimmy. Well, Johnny Morris was there as well. And that's another one probably none of you know.
Yeah. Derby, wasn't
He
he?
was at, he played for us.
He was in the Kerry.
We had Catlin as well from Sheffield Wednesday, left full back.
I remember him.
What match is that? That
Wartime
wartime?
game.
Yeah.
Wartime.
Oh, yeah, I
The
know.
war, no.
I can't remember all the games, but...
Well, Mark Hooper played for us for a while. The old number Mark
The
Hooper.
point is that you never knew who was
Sheffield
playing.
Wednesday.
No, they used to read the match,
You used to
wasn't
read the paper on a
Yeah.
Friday night, and there'd be so many A and others.
Yeah.
Because that was the
Didn't
worst
know,
one.
did you?
He got caught, CD, didn't he?
What's that?
Well,
Sailor Brown.
eh?
Sailor?
No, Roberts, a boy named Roberts, who I could have said wasn't the Roberts who played for.
Oh, that's the
They
mystery.
thought this fellow was at the RAF place at London,
This is a
and he
one,
told him,
yeah.
betted his friends that he could get a game for Cheltenham. and he wrote and told him he was Roberts from Wrexham.
Oh,
See?
yeah.
And in fact, I think he kicked the corner flag trying to take the corner. That was But finally, Seeley whipped him off at half time and said he'd kick his half, he didn't clear out the ground in time, get out. He couldn't kick nothing.
There was another young fellow that I can't remember his name. He worked with the GPO, the telephone engineer at the time. He had one game, and I can't remember his name. He's about my age.
A local boy.
Yeah, he played during the war in the first team. Chris.
Oh, yeah.
Chris. No, it wasn't Chris.
Where did he come from? He come from Cullum.
No, he was a Greenwich boy actually, and he suddenly he got a centre half game. He was very big for his age.
You're not talking about what he knows.
No, not one.
No, not one.
Not Allison.
that was after.
Yeah, the centre half.
This was about 1943, I think, and he was a telephone engineer. I can't think.
Yeah, Allison was there compared with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I played snooker with him.
Allison was on one of those boats on the board with his
He played
his girlfriend and his
Well, he was his wife. Do you know his biggest idol? Do you know his biggest
The
idol?
same day as I had my
That was his
first
idol.
game, that was at Manchester.
Tommy took him all the night club and all that.
Man City.
Yeah, on Christmas Eve.
Well,
I think.
he was like it. Tommy was a likable fellow. Malcolm wasn't a likable fellow. Not really.
What's his girlfriend? He don't change much.
Had a wicked streak.
I got my teeth out and took my against the team and left them on the training board. They don't play all the cups. They get lonely on their own.
Three of us fouled him.
Yeah. Still live local.
He wouldn't accept
At Barking.
myself and somebody
Yeah,
else.
swam across the
We're at the bottom.
Yeah, that's local.
He's him and he
Oh
fouled.
my God, we get to see.
And,
Put that back in there, right?
That's a good picture.
I believe the most
Smashing him, that's down the road.
when he was first
Right.
he didn't
Do you want a tea, mate?
Yes, please.
I mean, everybody thinks they know a lot about football. You only learn that.
I was going to ask that question. In your days, in the old days, when did you join?
Oh, you do Purvis.
1947.
47, so it's
After the cup.
after the cup.
Yeah.
Where were you before that?
I was at Derby. I was there about 6 months, mate.
Yeah.
I couldn't go to Arsenal or Chelsea.
Why did you chance? They're all local.
Well, I thought I'd had a good chance in a little pool than a big pool.
Yeah.
Black and white. Did he?
Did I?
Walked into the dressing room with a black and white hat on, black and white rosette, you see.
Well, when we
Who's
played
that?
We played Charlie Purse. We
Oh,
played
yeah,
Newcastle.
he
We played
came
inside forward.
Up at Leeds, you mean?
Against them. No, at home. I got home and old Dr. Montgomery said to me, what have you got there? He said, bloody want to win the cup. We're only playing them. We're only thinking.
That wasn't the...
Yeah, they're going to win the cup, he said.
After the day.
How can he be a two? He's too young.
Well, I think we'll see that,
And
the centre half was going to head it, the goalie called for it, then centre half let it go, and the goalie stood still, and it hit the net and fell on his hat. He had his hat in the corner, yeah. I don't really remember. I went the second.
Was that the
I
free
got the
kick?
second goal, free kick, yeah.
The free kick from the halfway
Halfway
line.
line.
Oh yeah, I remember
The
that.
old heavy ball. And it went right into the far corner, and the centre half's gone up to head it, and the goalie must have said, leave it, you see. And he left it at the last moment, and the goalie stood still with it, and the ball went straight to the net. And he hit the net, and he had his cap there, and he put in his cap. With a plop.
Was that straight from the free kick?
Right?
That's straight from the free kick?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was a heavy ball, that was.
from the halfway line.
What year was it? Any idea of the year?
They said the heavy ball and the toes of the
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't know whether
I don't know when it was.
No, we went.
Remember,
He gets a big saucer on all.
I don't know why.
No, it's because he's always
That
spilling
we
his
met
tea. That's
Preston,
what it
wasn't
is.
that?
Huh?
He's always spilling his tea.
When
That's
the,
what it is.
Something spilled it before I've got it.
Were anybody at the Blackburn game when we beat Blackburn 1-0?
Yeah.
Look at the goal that was missed by them in the last 3 minutes of the game.
Yeah.
You must remember it.
Yeah.
Sammy goes out the ball on the edge of the box. It's come through, you see, and he's come out again. Nobody else is there. He's gone out to pick it, and the outside right kept running. But never no chance. He's gone straight at Sam. And he's look at it. It's got straight through his legs. The goal, the outside right come running. Not a goal. There's nobody there. You know, he could walk to it. He's side footing it, side netting. He did. And
Was that
Sam gave me a short ball. I hit a long ball to Gordon Nurse on the outside. Gordon went on a terrific run, crossed it, and Tommy met it in the
Tommy
net.
Dawson at the top.
And we won 1-0.
What game
was that, Charlie?
We were all saying that afternoon,
When they
because
won
it was
the
a
World
late
Cup.
winner, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, they'll never win the bloody replay, we're all saying, because you were a load of rubbish that afternoon.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, up goes the Dawson. The ball went right across, he came running in. Whoa! It went in like a rocket.
And the same with the Newcastle. I mean, you were meant to win the cup. They won the cup that time.
Yeah.
But if you remember when Blackpool won the cup,
Yeah.
well, we were there. I scored 1 goal. Peter scored another. There's 2-1 up. We were about the last kick. There was a corner, and there was it was nearly time. And the ball's coming over, and I'm playing left full back as well. And the ball's coming near close, and I'm just going to go for it. Sam said, "Leave it," and he comes crossing. He's palmed the ball, and it's hit me on the bloody side of my ear. It fell down the moor. The whistle went almost the same time as he hit it, and also is it a goal? Not a goal, And the referee gave a goal.
Yeah.
George Farm made the whole thing for the pigs.
And I didn't remember that, but I was bloody ball there and all over. And so when we got up there, I think CD knew it from left wing to full back because Frank was having a terrible time against Stanley. And I lived with Stanley for 6 months when I played for Blackpool. And I said, I can play him, if we've got to get in front. And I'd just gone back to this bloody corner. And the next week, I'm playing left full back. I think Frank playing outside left the next week. It was left, he normally was a bloody good fullback, Frankie.
Yeah, he was right.
And we lost 2-1 up there.
I think-
And they went on to win the cup that year.
But the game that tickled me was during the war when he put John Oakes at centre forward. He did, he put John Oakes at centre forward.
Was the one outside?
Yeah, I when we played centre
By 50%.
John Oates with the
John
yeah.
Oates signed as a
No,
centre.
it's John Oakes.
Yeah,
He was signed as a centre.
Yeah, boxer's nose.
Terrible. Stopped and we couldn't play.
Do you remember the game when Sam's off, right out of the penalty area, and someone's played the ball back to him, he's gone over his head against Sheffield United, and he's raced like buggery to get back to the goal, and as the ball's at the line, he's just managed to get his fist round it and bang it. They've all appealed for a goal, but the linesman was right down on the corner flag, and he just waved his flag on the ground. We all thought,
I tell you, it's absolutely
here he goes, look, right up his head, the ball's out, the bloody goal.
He did
Were
do
you,
that occasionally.
were you there then when we were against Preston actually, we were winning 2-1 and we were, came to get near the end, and we had a corner. Now, Benny was playing right half that day, and Chris was the outside left, you see, so Benny races about 2 or 3 minutes to go, so Benny races over to take the corner, so he puts the ball on the spot, and he walks back about 5 or 6 yards, stopped it, he turned it around the other way, walked back again, stops it, walked up, 3 times he did it, no way in the end, he kicked it off his in right up the back of the stand. he did, and he tore like anything, until he ran and ran, he used to do it like that. He got behind Harold Phipps, and they took a goal kick, and when they got down, Harold, somebody flicked it on his belly, tapping it, and he's like, he's 80 yards behind the centre. Well, one moment he's taking the corner, and it's one moment he's taking the corner, next moment he's saving the situation down the other end, That's what he did with his corner.
The game I remember quite vividly was Charlie Vaughan's first game against Brentford when you won 3-0. He made 2 goals, Charlie, and then he scored the third himself. He beat about 3 players, and he was
He was good, though.
And
He
that
was
was that
good,
ball
I
right
think,
to
Charlie.
Charlie.
about 10 bow legs of it, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
You know what? I've written about 2 letters to Charlton during the 50 odd years. One of them was when I saw him playing in reserve, Charlie Vaughan. He come to Sutton, didn't he?
Yeah. 27 he was.
I always thought he was good, you know. And I had to write and tell Steve that he was a good player. I said, "You want to have him in your team?" Well, when it was that ever, or he already thought of it before, but he was in the next.
Yeah.
He went out, didn't
He was 27 when he joined.
27. But he was a lovely player. A gentleman player,
His
wasn't he?
first game was against Brentford. I remember that.
Yeah.
If he ever spoke, I never heard.
I'm just
No,
going to
he's very quiet.
We're just going to ask that question. Did he ever talk at all, Charlie? You never heard him on
And
football pitch?
if he was on a train, got on a journey away, he wouldn't have anything else but fish and chips.
That's
And he always cleaned his spoon because all the silver came up.
Yeah.
He had a thing to clean his silver. Clean all his silver before he ate with it. He wouldn't have nothing else. He said, "There's can't back up fish and chips about."
Well, he played the football that way, didn't he? He was a gentleman in football.
Was really friction.
Never really heard anything wrong with that, did you?
No, I think they were. I think they were always friendly. Those two.
They was friendly.
Who's that?
They used to go to dogs
Saturday
together,
Sadly, he
didn't
was
they?
kicked out of the war, wasn't he, Charlie Vaughan? Yeah, the friends
Well,
was
yeah,
started.
well, I don't know anything about that. But, I mean, they were quite
I don't
friendly.
think-
Yeah, they was
I don't
very
think
good.
they were getting much of it. I think they just
I think
cut him down
I think
themselves.
I think the reason was they didn't know who had the biggest.
It's a bleeding bet.
You can
One
always
game
tell-
on-
You can always tell blokes who ain't no toys as a kid, can't you?
Yeah.
If those two didn't have anything, I'll tell you that.
See, no, Lynn wasn't a bad third, neither.
Tell you one game I always remember. I went down to the Valley with my dad, and this was a game against Preston.
Was that the
And
2-1
it'd
or 6-1?
Absolutely pouring down the bloody rain all day, and being the age when I was there, whenever it was, you know, think, oh, we're going to go this afternoon. Anyway, the whole point about it was virtually underboard, but they played it. And the first thing that happened, we were awarded a penalty, and the penalty spot had disappeared, and the ref had to walk it out. Joe Joplin took it and sort of, being Joe, we won 3-1 or 3-0, but say that was quite
What about them jerseys?
37.
Yeah. God,
And
no.
Bill,
They lost the penalty spot that
the
day.
jerseys we wore was as heavy as a Crombie overcoat, wasn't it? They was made out of Leighton by Bill Bick, by old girls in a back room, and they was windseat. And when it rained, here they was, when you think of the stuff they wear today,
Yeah.
and
You had to
if,
take your own
if
socks,
you
didn't
was
you, in those
unlucky
days?
and inside left or outside left,
had
you
to wash
got
your
two
own socks.
numbers on the back.
Yeah, George said that. Yeah.
They-
Wash your own
they-
socks,
they
darn
weigh-
your own socks.
Each number weighed £5, didn't they? Yeah.
Well, a long while after the war, we
You had to
were...
supply your own stock.
No, they bought loads,
At that time, it didn't seem a bad thing to do, did it? To look after your own.
Well,
you
didn't
know,
seem
you know,
No, not
I think
for
it's just
that.
underlined now.
But you get a lot of
They've changed it now. But in those days, you would look after your own.
Used to wash all
We
the
all
socks.
did, yeah.
And,
You know, you work it
I
out.
remember I was talking to you in the war with red and green socks. You know, these days, my mum. Red, they played red shirts, white shirts, they had red and green hoop socks. Coming into the world.
Oh, that was the way they wore at the time.
I think nobody had held on with
All the way down while the
Yeah, cool. We used to have bodies.
I was told.
I vaguely remember
I was
it.
in reserve
Yeah.
occupation.
You
Were you there when Benny got sent off?
Yeah, when he kicked the ref's hand.
When he kept going doing round the back, you know, he had 2 or 3 games with him, didn't he?
Yeah.
The referee went to take it and
Yeah.
he just
Yeah,
round the
he
back. He
just-
did
he
all
got
that
sent off.
business, didn't he? You know, he did everything that day to him. He had to go there.
Yeah, he did.
Right through.
But he probably made a red look at Paul, didn't he? There.
Another comical thing, like when Shackleton took it down the corner flag and sat on the ball, and
Oh.
kept looking at him making his watch, see how much time he was wasting time. You don't see many often these people. Or if there was somebody injured, he'd just jump over the top and sit in the seat.
Sit in the seat, didn't he, down the front?
Yeah.
So I see him take a throw in from there.
Sitting down.
Yeah.
Now, come
The
along.
ball running there, he knocked the seat down, the ball was there, and he took it down about 2 foot down, didn't he? But he was a great player.
He got a lot of...
When he come to London, Shackleton,
Oh, with
when he went to Arsenal, he used to set him alight because he was turned down by Arsenal, wasn't he? In a trial.
When did you join them then, Charlie?
I joined in 39. I came there.
39,
Yeah. I came to Tottenham in 39.
So you wouldn't have been at the match where
What were you complex, Steve?
when Oaksey was sent off. Would you remember that?
What, John or Jim?
James, was that sent off with Warren and Portsmouth.
I was on the list
was
of
that?
£150.
With a clash, you know.
Yeah.
But he was
Played the game.
exonerated.
I managed to get the
James,
start.
we never thought we was anything wrong with him.
Yeah.
But Warren was one of the
She played for Grange, James.
That was
James, Jimmy Oaks, and Warren.
I was told a story
The
about how
outside right.
My side, in my side, I did it.
I was told a story about Harold Hobbs yesterday.
Yeah.
The first, it was like, I think it was when Charlton got the first match, their first match against Arsenal at Highbury.
There were 6 of them.
Yeah.
Was it?
International.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
yeah.
Senior Cup
And
and
I was told that, you know, this chap told me, he says, the only time he's ever seen a professional footballer walk out of the something like that. And Harold Hobbs came out and it was a cold day, and he came out and started to cut up.
We don't have sort of nursery clubs now, we used to have
Usually
steam.
first
They don't
Yeah,
have-
and when the referee blew whistle, all the teams together and it
They
started
don't
the
have
game.
these nursery clubs now, do they?
Screwed it into the ground.
Harold Hobbs,
And he's
yeah.
convinced that, you know, Harold Hobbs was smoking a fag as he walked out.
Yeah, but it wasn't a lot of people convinced the players coming out smoking on
The breath.
television. No, because they threw a white thing.
Managers.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that might have been it, because he had those things up his nose, didn't he?
Yeah,
I was told a tale that Sailor Brown used to go in the toilet about 5 minutes before the kick-off and take a couple of fags with him,
They
matches,
nearly made it.
and have a fag. And then he'd go in there half time and have the other one. I believe that. I can believe
Yeah,
it.
that's true, because he told me that, so I met him,
Yeah.
and he said he did, he used to have a fag before the game and at half time. And he'd also have a pint of bitter or cider as well on the morning of the match, lunchtime.
Because when I went to
He wouldn't drink
Derby,
Friday night, but Saturday lunchtime he'd have a
I've
pint
never
of
known
bitter.
a club in all my life that didn't train. I mean, I went there pre-season.
down that pub in the old Oval Road.
Right, all the first team players
Saturday.
line.
Yeah,
Right, so we've gone on this 11-mile run.
I tell you what,
Well,
Bill
when we
Wheeler
got about 120 yards down the road,
points
all first team right turn,
on his
Rest do
cup
keep
final
running.
because he played
No
in the
time.
place with Charlie.
Was
Charlie
over 2
got
hours.
injured.
Yeah.
And he got
Oh, yeah.
4 points showing his cup.
yeah, so we went down and went on right turn with them, you know, and we got to this, I suppose, 100 yards down, and we got this place, and there was a sauna in there, and so they went in the sauna. So they got in there, there was cards already ready, they've all got their money with them, you know, and they went in and playing cards, you see, yeah. And the tea was brought up to them and said, right, it's about an hour gone now, right, we're about to be making our way back. So we were in this Turkish bar, don't we? We were sweating like anything, boiling off, you see. So go, all would come out, and 1 or 2 of the others were starting to come in, we joined up with them, we ran back, we only ran about 200 yards. But all this sweat out, we've been in the Turkish bar, you see. Oh, Jack said, Christ, they've had a bloody good morning this morning, lads, you know. All this sweat's all pouring off us, you know. We'd only been down the bloody thing. That's as far as we went. Johnny Morris, right turn, lads, into this place. And that's how they trained.
Who was the manager?
We know that.
It was Derby, was it, Joe?
Nicholas,
Derby?
It was
yeah.
a Derby.
Was it Carter playing at the same time?
Nicholas was there as
Was he?
assistant manager, but I forget who the other one.
That was
Oh, Johnny Morris running.
Yeah.
You know, he ran the team
Yeah.
meetings. We'd go into this room for a team meeting. The manager would say, well, what do you think, John? And Johnny Morris would take over this team, and you could put your watch right when he would finish. It'd be 20 to 1, you know. And then he'd finish, he'd run the team. The manager would just sit back. Right, all the best then, the lads. And this is the manager. Oh, by the way, before we go, you're all on a brand new suit for me tomorrow.
Yeah,
And Mr. So-and-so, who's a millionaire, he's put £100 on his horse and share that much. And it never had, every time we always were playing for what, you know, every week we played for extra. It didn't matter what it was. You know, and we went to Amsterdam and we played in Rotterdam at Select 11 and we were losing 2-0 half time. And none of us had been on, all Johnny Morris, myself, none of us had been on. So the manager said, right, 6 of you get changed, you're going on second half. Johnny Morris said, I'm not going on second half, 2-0 down. Well, I've got to play for it, he said, you know. What's on it? No, it's 25, no, I'm playing 25. You know? I said, right, well, 50? He said, all right, yeah, 50, if we win, you know. And we won 3-2. And this proceeded any match we went to. We played in the actual big stadium. We played against the national Dutch side in the big stadium. Now we could have played there all night. The referee wouldn't have let us score if we'd took everybody off. And by half time, everybody was getting a bit bloody fed up because every time we got near the 18-yard line, so the whistle went. We got a free kick against us, you know. And just before half time, they scored, you know. So that's it. John said, "We're not going that second half." I'm not going out there running all up and down to the 18-yard line and back again, can't get any farther. You see, so and there's 60,000, this is true, 60,000 people. And I said, what? And I said, all right, I never got a penalty. Then we won all, back to normal it went. And that's how the game finished. That's it finished too.
I played at Derby, and it's the first time I'd seen it when we had to win to stay up, and we won 2-1. But after the game, we went under the stand and they had like a training place and started shooting, and it was a bar there, a players' bar. Come in, lads, they said after the game, and dug us up, their players. They mustn't.
As you came off the field at Derby, this is gospel true. About 6 bottles of wine would go in the bath with you. In the bar. Now all their wives would be in the tea room drinking and having a meal. And then when the players finished, they dressed, changed and got with their wives, and they stayed in the bar till 8 o'clock. And then they went to the local dance. That was their home tie fixture. And they drank all the time. And Johnny Morris.
That's the only place I saw it.
Can you imagine
Johnny
Morris doing this to
under the stand
to Trotter? He used to come in and say, "A bit late. Can't stay long today. Jack." This is Jack Paul, who was a old trainer. "Oh, what's the matter, John? I've got a bit of business on 11 o'clock." He said, "I'll do 2 or 3 little laps, you know." So he wouldn't even take his shirt off. He put his thing over the top. So you put a pair of shorts and his spike, and he'd go out, a few little Jack, you know, a few little drips, you know. "Right, I'll see you tomorrow, Jack." This is a trainer. He said, "Oh, no, sorry, Jack. I've seen the boss. We're going golfing tomorrow, all day, at Cullum." Oh, who said so? "Oh, the boss." "Oh, all right, John." And that's how they went.
What made them do you?
They went down and went to the
It shows, isn't it?
That's right. Well, it's true. It's a true story. You don't look at your records.
Oh, Billy Steele was playing when we...
Yeah, Billy Steele.
Yeah.
And not only that, I stayed in a hotel just outside of Derby, just outside the station. I forget what it's called. Now, every Friday night, all the players and their wives and their girlfriends came and had a meal in their hotel, all on Derby. Well, can you imagine a Cheltenham?
Fish and chips, maybe.
It's that.
Well, Johnny Evans told me a tale, and it shook me because I had been at Cheltenham. Him and Frank went to Liverpool, didn't they?
Yeah.
Don Welsh
Yeah.
And because John was still living at Tilbury.
Yeah.
Coming home, and he must have been training somewhere in the week, and then going up there. And he said, anyway, he had a good game, and this referee was chatting to him because he'd come up on a train with him. So he said, going back, he said they won, and he got a couple of goals, Johnny Evans. He said he took the bleeding referee into dinner and signed a cheque for Liverpool FC. He said he was told to do that, you know, to make good relations. Yeah, how can you imagine that?
He was a referee anyway.
You had a job to get anything down
Well, I mean,
there.
you can imagine, you appreciate what happened to me when I went to Derby, and you could never appreciate what happened to Cheltenham. I went on to sign for Derby on Thursday night, you know. So Annabelle was the secretary, said, "What's your expenses, Charlie?" I was about £3.10 or something like that, £3.50 up to London, you know, and staying the night.
Yeah.
So he said, right, so it's a package, a brown package. I thought, you know, didn't think I thought, God knows what's in it. He said, "Well, I don't open it." He said, "You go home." So, but I thought, well, got on the train. Not true enough. It was 400 quid. You see? So I thought, Christ almighty, you know, 400 quid, you know. This is 1951, sort of.
Yeah.
A lot of money then.
So,
Was a lot of money.
and I went home and I came back on the Friday night to play, see. So I went in, so he said, what was the expense? I said, you really think this is kidding, but it's true. And he said, oh, the parcel. He gave me a little brown parcel, it looked smaller than normal. And there was £200 in it. So I thought, must have had a bad game on the way down. But that is the truth. Yeah, it's a true story, that.
Well, I say that about Charlton. No player was treated any different to another.
It's just got nothing.
I mean this with all sincerity, Charlie.
Yeah.
Nobody for it, like there was only about 3 of them that was after his job in the game, and everybody knew, weren't they? Because he promised so many a job, they'd be all right. It was Bert Johnson, Jack Three, Benny,
He played the
and I
field.
thought you was one of them, but you wasn't.
You found out now.
Most of you either saw me coming in wartime down here playing.
Yeah.
But quite often I went to Brighton, I think, I hit a hat-trick at Brighton, and then we won about 6-0 or something, and we were due to play Brighton at home next week, but Wrexham were due to play Manchester United, you know, and I was playing for Wrexham, so I was up and down, you know. And I said to the boss, I can't make it, you know. He said, you've got to make it. I said, I can't, I'm awfully sorry. I said, but, you know, I said, you're 6-0 up, you're not going to lose, you know, and Wrexham lost 2-0 home, I think. And I said, you know, so anyway, Wednesday afternoon come and we had a normal camp game, you know. Somebody said, there's a man outside wants to see you. God, you know, it's Seedy. He's come up, he's seen the boss, manager, CEO at the camp, and got my permission to go off, you see. So when it went about, I had to go down, you see. So he said, how much? So I said, oh, some quote, something. He said, didn't cost me that, and I went first class. I say, well, I'm sorry, but I've had to get somebody to do my duty, you know, which you did, really, you know. I said, I had to go to Cullum first to get it. I had to get a taxi to Cullum, which was 3 miles away, and I said, I won't get there till about 5 o'clock tomorrow morning. I'll have to get to Cullum back to camp, and I'm back working again. We usually get a day off a week, 24 hours off, and we'd 8 to 8 or something like that, which meant I'd travel to London, and then bloody well travel back again. It was hard going, really. In those days.
But you talk about that, Charlie. I remember Frankie Locke rebelling. When he come out, you know, at the start of a season, the press come down and photographed him. And they wanted one, and Frankie wouldn't go in. He said, who gets the money? Seedy was getting copied.
Yeah.
And he said, no, you don't. He said, unless we get the money, no photograph. And then he come out and Seedy got it every time.
Well, one thing frightened the bloody life out of me, because Frank was a joker. He loved that joke. And we went to Blackpool, and he wanted to make these two people, what happened to this big high hotel, and he wanted to put an apple pie bed in these two of these mates. And you know, I'm not kidding you, he must have got against the wall. He had a lady, Lady Christopher was one guy.
Yeah.
But he lived next door to him. He made him 2 apple pie bed and then crawled all the way back and back and go. Christ, I went because he caught him.
I reckon
It's true, you know, when he heard them trying to get in their bed, outside it pleased him.
they reckon Seedy stopped him getting international cap because he never wore a tie. They said because he wouldn't wear a tie.
Who's that?
Frankie Locke.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
Look back. Solid, wasn't he? Yeah. And people often say to me, you know, I go around in the summertime watching these teams train, you know, and I think they're still miles behind what we have to do when we play. You know, they do a lot of set pieces.
Yeah, that's right.
They spend a lot of time on set pieces. I think they could spend a lot more time on crossing bloody balls on the run, you know, and several other things, you know, they could do, which they don't do. Frank and I, when I was playing, we moved to that full back, and I was, for all my, ever since I was a kid, I played in goal when I first started as a boy, and I only won one game, and I think I decided I made a goalkeeper because I lived on a place where there was about 20 boys, and all of them were 4 or 5 years older than me. So if I was about 10, the only person they could bloody get a game goal would be me, wouldn't it? You know, you in goal, you're going in goal. So it was most probably, you know, a help for me in my younger days. But
Where did you come from?
Belvedere, really.
You were local, I thought you were. Yeah.
Well, up the caravan site, Charlie. Up the caravan site. No, they rehearsed them, you know, the kings.
Roll King.
Yeah, they had some money and all.
Oh, yeah.
That's another one they don't talk about much. Charlton was a good player, wasn't he, Bill Whittaker?
Really,
It's another one that was steady and
good football.
you know, good footballer. You never hear anybody say all about Bill, but he was.
See him or not?
He used to play a lot for you, didn't he?
Yeah.
He was another one that was quiet and you know, consistent and not
When he got transferred to high school, he come back with about 5 birds eye streets, didn't he? He talked about those.
But I mean, I don't blame people today moving about making money. I mean,
No, well, it's
sure
Charlie,
the money.
Charlie, the real people that cause the hassle with footballers are these bloody agents.
oh yeah.
Yeah, well, they are.
They're the ones that stir up the trouble.
They get good money for it, don't they?
Don't they? But they give the press that so-and-so wants to move from so-and-so.
Or they ever meet them.
But the bloke don't want to move, but they know, well, I'll get a cut of 5% of the transfer fee.
They do get some money, though.
Yeah,
They
but
get-
the clubs
I
don't
mean, they
they?
can't negotiate themselves so much.
I think you know.
Revell made millions, didn't he? His wife was the agent, and he was
Yeah.
moving Flanagan and all them from Queen's Park Rangers to Crystal
yeah.
Palace and moving them back again. Venables.
I think you're lucky man.
Jerry
you've been a
Venables
manager
had
in
an
the old days.
agency, didn't he? But his wife was the agent,
I
wasn't
think
she?
if you've been a manager in the old days, you were luckier because you stayed there a long time.
Yeah.
Invariably. Today
Yeah, but you see,
you don't.
the way I see it before the war, most first division soccer had a reserve team that was good enough to be the first team, but they stayed
They
there.
came in
But
when-
they stayed there
when
because
you were
it was
international.
either...
Somebody was taking international reserve.
Yeah,
went
but
in
the
there.
thing is,
I mean, today's scheme is a load of
the
old
reserve team stayed there because there was so much unemployment in the 30s, wasn't there?
Oh, the big level
Also,
enough
they didn't
there.
have freedom of contract. The club always had the option to pick
Oh
up.
yes, they used to have the old retain and transfer
exceptional
list in the
change.
back of the programme every season.
What's his name?
Well, the big level enough though has come about because of the small
No,
amount
the
of
culture
players that
and-
the clubs have today. Really.
Players, the
I
union
mean,
jack,
good
you know.
players were stuck in reserve sides for years. I mean, at Tottenham, you were lucky, dead lucky if you ever got there personally. You weren't even given a chance.
The one bloke that
Can't think his name.
comes to my
How
mind
many
is
appearances
Sid
did he make
Hobley.
in the first team, right?
About 52.
Well, you know, you did 20 years, 3 games,
Jimmy Hill,
all against Manchester
Oh,
United, I
yeah.
think, once against the Arsenal. 3 lots of 5 and 1 7.
Yeah.
And Sam picked his game. He never went to Manchester United, Sam, and if he could help it. And he went, and Sid went there 3 times. And 3 times he had 5 shoved against him.
Charlie,
Yeah.
the Players' Union fellow at Paul, what's his name?
Guthrie.
Guthrie, yes. He did a lot for the players.
No, he never.
Did you reckon?
No. Jimmy Hill caused the stir.
Oh,
didn't he?
Jimmy Hill was the one, yeah, he followed him, didn't he? Yeah.
A centre,
But I thought he did
a
enough.
Charlton player
A bit
got
after
him
your
in,
time,
didn't
though, Ronnie, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
he? Eh?
A little bit after your time when Jim Hughes took over, wasn't it?
No, I went up representing Charlton at Charing Cross, yeah, on the railway station in the convent.
Yeah.
And we went in. Jimmy Hill was chairman then. I bought the standard before I went in, and it's got Bernard Joy or somebody whoever wrote the standard. What we said at this meeting, and we ain't had it yet. Well, that's a God's
Yeah,
truth.
in front of you there.
Guthrie was a good trade union bloke, but they worked him out, didn't they?
Well, I wondered that. I thought that he was
Jimmy Hill,
Yeah.
and he's still at it, ain't he?
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean, he's
yeah,
in
yeah,
with these people who want to develop. He come to Charlton, didn't he?
Yeah.
But he's
Didn't do
not-
any good there.
he was with these
Did
developers,
nothing.
and he's
He's
still
lucky
with them.
man, I
and
reckon.
He's still with them
Well,
at
he not
Cullum.
money,
Did nothing for Charlton. Actually, yeah, but that didn't he?
I reckon the funniest thing I ever happened to me was
Yeah.
Laurie Scott.
Yeah.
Do you remember Laurie Scott?
Yeah, he
I
asked
was-
me back.
I was over at Crystal Palace at the time, scouting, and I was watching Laurie playing weights. The chair who was the head of the club, wasn't he?
Oh,
And,
yeah.
they've been playing snooker apparently all afternoon. And it was about 4:30, 5, I think, when the old outstanding come out. And player came in and said, Laurie, have you looked? And I said, what? He said, Laurie Scott's got sacked. He's playing the chairman of the club. You know, and he said, Do you know anything about this? She said, yeah, I was going to tell you at the end of the lesson. I was going to tell you at the end of the session, you know.
But,
You know,
you talk about Jimmy Hill.
I think the things you learn...
You know Campbell that played full-back?
Yeah.
Well, Jimmy Hill was playing for Fulham Reserve, it was, down the valley. And he comes up against Campbell and he pulls Campbell's shirt. Well, Jimmy was an old man, when he didn't weigh no more than 9 stone. He had barbed wire on his chest, didn't he, all the way down. And he said, he got hold of it, he said, if you do that again, he said, I'll lay this on your chin and make it bigger. and he never went near him no more.
He was old, they were his job.
Oh,
Yeah.
he
Job there.
I know, we used to call him Caesar Ramiro.
The oldest man we ever saw at John Outbound was Polly Kirsty. Do you remember?
Oh,
The
yeah.
South African.
Oh,
He was
yeah.
like, I don't know whether you owned
Yeah.
him.
South African,
Tank, wasn't he?
yeah.
And John Oates was a bit older.
Yeah.
Never made it, did he? Really?
No,
Hey?
he was like
Nah.
a tank. He wasn't used to go and go, boom!
They had 9 in it.
Actually, that's his son who plays
South Africa.
international
Yeah.
for South Africa, and the other one is a rugby player. He's dead, you know, probably.
You remember...
Yeah,
I say, he must have
he
given
died.
his kids a bit of oldness. He was. We used to always talk
He
about
was a
him.
good
He was
cricketer
extra.
and all, he was a
played
good
football.
cricketer.
Yeah.
Remember the part of Newcastle, now, don't you know?
Oh, where?
No, that came to Newcastle. I was telling you just now, remember?
What, Shepard?
No. Played in Southall. Perth.
Pervs. Charlie Pervs.
We had a league
Oh,
match.
yeah.
We had a league match coming up, you know, on the Saturday. This was about Tuesday, and nobody's seen him.
Oh, yeah.
You couldn't find him. Girl said, "Oh, where is he? You know, where is he?"
The Trotter didn't know where he was.
Trotter didn't know where he was.
No.
He'd only got married and gone on his honeymoon. Hadn't told anybody. Seedy was he? Apparently
Yeah,
told
he told
Seedy.
Sid he got the okay.
He hadn't told Seedy, hadn't told anybody else, you know. Couldn't find Seedy, and Trotter was, where is he? You know, I haven't seen him anywhere. Anybody's seen him? Been round his home, nobody home. He'd gone and got married and gone on his honeymoon. He was a queer boy,
But what I can't make out, talking on another subject, because I'm a telly watcher mostly, but in corners, nobody moves. Nobody's on the move. If you're on the move, you can get higher. Like Kiernan, if he was on the move, he'd get higher than 6
He
man.
could jump, Kenner.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
if you're on the
sure,
move,
he's
you're there.
That's right, you've got the...
And they
But I don't
don't.
think there's hardly a winger today you can call a winger today.
They don't recognise
Not many.
wingers, they don't call them.
Nah, they don't call them wingers now, do they?
Not wingers, is it?
But
No,
when
John
Charlton
Scott.
play, you
I think
always
that's
see
the
this
joy
one
of
side
going
of
out
the
the
field
game.
that's got no
Yeah.
players in it.
Well,
They
Wilkinson, yeah,
always
okay,
sort of
Wilkinson.
leave one winger
You
that
know,
goes in the middle. They
Wilkinson.
don't have,
Yeah,
Lee on the
Monty.
right.
Yeah, Rodney.
they don't have any. They don't have a left.
He was a
Lee
Liverpool,
Warren
wasn't he?
plays on the
Yeah.
right.
That's a Liverpool one, yeah.
Hancocks and people like that, Mullen,
Yeah.
and, you know.
Yeah.
You can name, and you start naming wingers today, you've got stumped after two.
Yeah.
Cross reach.
Yeah, that's right.
Well,
Well,
I
our friends, he started
Charlton
that
was
was
I
Van
don't know anybody
Hurst and Duffy
calling
and
out and out.
Leslie
Yeah.
Fell and
I mean, all you hear
Don't-
the pundits on the television saying, if we just get
Standing
down the
Matthew
back of
Thompson,
the bench and
that's
pull
right.
the ball back,
That's the
but they
idea.
don't play players that are capable of getting
But they
round
don't-
behind the
They don't put the
defence.
ball through the
When you
gap, so the
finish,
player can move on
that's
to
You
it.
haven't got
Someone
them
put
in
it
up there,
there,
have you?
and he's
Don't
got
get
the
centre
centre
forward,
forward
right?
right here.
Bloody, Birmingham, Lineker, he Frankie Lock feared him. He broke his leg 3 times, this fella too, isn't it?
Yeah.
He said, Charlie, for Christ's sake, get this one. Frank said,
If Frank wouldn't hit me.
slow him down, he said. There was a little fellow played for Birmingham, a little chap played there.
What about that Mansfield at Millwall? Him and Jock Campbell played together, and you thought it was a lowland fight in the islands. They, whoo, steam had come up, and after the game they come up. Good game, Jock. Good game, Jock. Shake hands and they're best of friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 Scotsmen.
You didn't find a lot of dirty play, really.
No,
You didn't find many people booked, as they often say.
you take Schooner. Now they reckon he
take
would
it,
try
Well, I've
to-
got his marks here.
Yeah, but usually he would hit you and you'd go away if you was a weaker. But now they go from behind with them metal studs, don't they? They do more damage today than they ever did.
We played poor.
Now,
But they complain
you
more
just went
too.
away, weakest man win.
Riley?
Callis.
I was going to say, one of the best centre-halves England ever had. He never used to go up without on someone's shirt, did he, Stan Cullis? He was always doing
We
that.
played Portsmouth Portsmouth. No. And Schooler came right up, and I'm playing right up that day. So it was really, and he hated the sight of me.
Yeah.
We shook hands, before we shook hands, I'll kick you off the bloody park with each other.
Yeah.
That was always first word, always. You know, anyway, the game went in the same, and it crunched, and he gets Sid over in, and he dropped Sid over in like black, you know. He picked up Sid, he said, I'm sorry, Sid, I thought it was Charlie. No consolation, that's a true story, that. Yeah. Schooler. Yeah. Sorry, sir. I thought it was Charlie.
Yeah, he was odd.
He came to Charlton, was it
You remember the left one? No, that was the bloke who came.
I always get mixed up.
No, the fella you're thinking of, no, he came down from
halfback,
Cullum.
yeah.
What was his name? The halfback.
Oh, I know you mean.
Villa had
Yeah, I
two,
know you
one.
mean. Little short, thick bloke.
Yeah, that's
Finished up manager.
He's still manager of the team,
Yeah.
you know.
Finished up manager. Not Scout, the bloke who was a very
Jimmy
hard.
Dickens.
No, this was
He came to play a few games with
a
us.
short,
Something like bloke. His name sounds
Well,
like
so none
Fitz,
of them on the
isn't it?
field.
No, wasn't that?
I'd crash
I always
both
get
of them
confused
with
with
Just
With
attack.
Portsmouth?
No, he played with Coventry most of the time. He came down to Cheltenham one time.
Wing off, he was played
Yeah,
number
played at
four.
right half.
Played for his international. Played for
I
him.
saw that match.
I can see him in the man's eye, but I can't put a bloody name to it.
Give us a
Yeah.
video of it.
Do a George Green and imitate it.
I've only ever seen
And I
two
came
games
down
in
the
my
line.
life.
He's,
That was Sheffield Wednesday and Arsenal.
he's still in football today, and he must be getting on.
He's managing somewhere, he was managing.
Oh, Manchester United it's with.
Is he?
Yeah, it's assistant.
You remember?
He must be.
He began with an S, I'm sure it began with an S. That's why it's...
Oh, you're thinking of that bloke with Derby.
Something like that,
Yeah,
Not
Derby.
Forest,
Yeah.
not Forest.
yeah.
Scotsman.
No, this bloke won the Scotland, he was English.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you meant
It was in
Gimli.
the 60s you're talking about.
I know.
And he came down to Coventry City.
Yeah.
He played about half a dozen games from Charlton.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be the
Nothing to joy really. Very slim and hard, really. He was old black moustache.
What's his old actually?
Yeah, Leicester Foxes.
I got one like that. What happened? The old button on it. Indoors. My boy got it for the press.
What do you think of
You got all the brands in?
The other book.
Yeah, in that, yeah, it's
I haven't got it. I mean, grandson get it from me.
there isn't one I
All the
got.
matches that I played in wartime.
Oh, it's only a big
The only one that's missing is the Chelsea game when I played. We've been playing before, and they were all the other players got beaten on the here. Do you mind stepping down, sorry, Ronnie Rook played there.
See Benny doing that. That time, more often than not, played in corners.
Carol said, oh, one short Charlie, can I so I said, well, lots of wages. The funny, terrible thing for Jack was, well, we went in 2-0 about 10 minutes ago, and I hit a hat-trick in the last 10 minutes. He never spoke to me. I couldn't miss a goal.
That's the only time he used his right foot, wasn't it, Daffy?
Charlie played Charlie in the south. Still north and south.
You were sort of
Yeah,
Well, there's all their next door drew. They went to Tottenham away. And he come on the hill there after an accident. He'd been away. He was, in the army. Was it in the Air Force?
Yeah, I came back. I hadn't kicked a ball for 6 months anywhere. I was in the bloody desert in about 6 inches of
That's right,
sand.
he came back after a long time. Yeah, there it is right there. I got some drug. He was acted here.
I've got a photograph of that, man.
Yeah, didn't know it was a turban or a bandage.
I never felt so well in all my life.
Oh, you wasn't with the
He
Wanderers?
lost that match.
Something very close. I've got a photograph of
I took
that.
my wife for the first time to a away match over there. The crowd, that 1945, I think it was. 46.
Was Bob, I thought, I'm going to say, because I used to idolise him, I was going to consistency.
He had problems with his short sight. He was short sighted.
The same day you
couldn't see the crosses,
He couldn't see crossings.
I know.
The other way. I'll tell you, we played at Sunderland. And I forget who the wing was. Frankie went round Frank's and crossed his ball. And Sam's gone up, cut him, take it, and he played it. They broke away again, we went 1-0. They broke away again and crossed another ball. Same thing, Sam's got it, he missed it again. And because old Seeley was always lucky, I think you all have your eyes tested, Sam, you know. And it ain't bloody eyes. There wasn't a season went by when he was always having Sam's eyes tested.
It started
Because, I mean, people, anything close quarters can be tricky. Something from that trouble.
Yeah, his reaction.
We played Fulham at home in a match, and they had a boy named Freeman, and he must have been every bit of 5-6 yards aside the halfway line. And Sam said, we turned out to Sam, any cover, Sam? No, it's all right, you know. So they all mate, give me a clear look, you know. And this fella's hit it in the net. It's never a penalty, was it? When he come off half time, see you, play your eyes, you know. Yeah, but it's like that.
But the same thing, I suppose it's because we always young.
Well, he did make money. Long run in on it, trouble.
Were his eyes a little bit suspect?
No, we knew. He would have done it.
I wondered.
What was that? He came over flying bad and he had to strike him. I think that's one thing that kept him out of being... So, I mean, you've got two penalties, you know, with the Seeley, you know, people like them were very powerful, like Seeley, no shade. I said something to somebody that was in the programme, was it? I thought Frankie slipped out that main. He played down there. We went up there. The boy named Carter's playing, and Frankie always kicked a lot of money, they had their hats down over there, and kicked the post there, and then turn around and said this for the late push it on the you see what I was saying? Watch to see if he puts it down. The consequence was he pushed it away, pushed it away, pushed the ball up and come back. You could have another 1,000 balls and you never hit the goal. So he went straight out the course. And Frankie's running around. He must have been scoring every time. He didn't get the goals.
Said it's at Manchester United in 2 Then you've got one there. Where's Saturday?
Sandwich, yeah.
Would it have been a shocking?
Yeah, see what.
We'd have lost Saturday.
See there, man.
It was a good match.
It's a crack.
Did you see it? Did you?
What,
No, I saw it.
going through
I was away at
the
time.
cage?
Really,
No, we just.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you were especially in the call. Half weight stand. I always went to get
I don't know, I'm really wondering. I don't know what's that I'll just become there's the publisher's interested in and there's the goal, one of the goals there, and you're up here, back here.
I've got one, I'll have to look it up. My boy got it. He got it from the PlayStation. This fellow was in charge. He lived in the same road as my brother.
Are you still in contact with any of the other English coaches? Some people have met Don
He's strong point back.
The oldest boy, not a big player. There is, well, the oldest one, I was like just a local Purdy who played in the 20s. Played in this game. He's in his, no, but Purdy, yeah, he's on the this bloke who comes down here and plays forward, still King's his brother Cyril was 10 years younger, so he's like
he could have got the knowledge. He said I was temperate. And
You can
my father used to collect him off the mats because they used to change him the
so let's go back.
One time I had some pictures of there, they had two grounds, one at Lake Down Road, one at Wood, in the Arsenal.
They had one at the Manor Ground. Is that Lake Down Road?
There was one at Lake Down Road.
It was raining, you know. They noticed it wasn't much rain, and it was raining, and they put all over the top.
Might be, in the new feud might be.
Got this. So I was doing some stuff like that the other day.
Of course, I started up in the Square. You see me.
Because I was wherever it was, whenever he turned round, I was feeling working my day. It like I'm in Mars.
Two different stories. Who was asking about Arsenal's grounds at Plumstead?
I've got an old picture.
Because Riley's barber used to go and pick up one of the Arsenal players after the game.
They used to get paid in the derby, like at Plumstead Station, you know. They had two grounds, didn't they? They had one at Lakedale Road at one time. I had a photo of that. I needed to tick the Armitages, and I never got it back. And then the other one was in the Arsenal, on that new pews, on the right, on the straight. Because there was a lot of people around here who had shares in the Arsenal.
There's the Invicta.
About 15 years.
I should imagine that would be Lakedale Road.
Yeah, and then the other one was the Manor Ground.
That is Manor Ground. That's Manor Ground. Yeah, down Paul Straight, on that new fuse on the right.
Before he got to the Danger building here.
Yeah, that's right. But I worked in the research.
Yeah, well, I had an old turbo in my shop. Soldier, he played for him.
Yeah, what was his name? Somebody told me.
Got married late, didn't he?
Yeah, he was a secretary.
Yeah. I used to see him a lot over the Princess of Wales, you know.
Yeah, over Blackheath he used to get,
That's
didn't he?
right. But he lived at Lee after that. He got married.
He went in the civil service, didn't he? After?
Yeah.
Did Jack Phillips have much to do with the players?
Yeah, he said like administrative. Yeah.
Come from
He was a bit wary at first of him. He come with the glitz things, I should imagine.
Black Noy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But he was a nice bloke.
Nice fella, though.
Yeah, he was. I didn't realise it when I was there, but afterwards I spoke to him a few times, and he's really genuine.
Yeah.
But he was wary of him when you was there as a player, like management sort of thing. But he's real top.
I used to tell him he's fiddling the gates, you know.
Yeah.
The gates are always about 5,000 lower, at least, than what I'd estimate them, and I reckon I could do it. But they got to a stage where they were dropping the figure down, they weren't pronouncing the right figure.
No, the tax.
Tax, you
Yeah,
know,
Well, that makes us wonder why the Charlton gates have gone up this season, doesn't it? They've different admission
well, they should
arrangements.
do that though.
I mean, now everyone's got to buy a ticket, so it's all accounted for. All the tickets go through the turnstile.
40,000. We couldn't reckon it was 48.
Well, that's what they're saying, you know. Is it true? Well, I just saw that the FA had refuted the idea yesterday.
Have you heard any more about what they're doing?
No. That Chelsea were going to be the guinea pigs for the membership scheme.
Yeah, that's right.
I hope so.
That's all right. I think that's a good
Serves them right.
It's a wonder they get pickups, you know, because they get
they're doing
all
it.
game and
No, they want a big.
No,
They want
Oh,
a big.
they're doing it perfectly. I mean, of course,
Yeah.
I recommend it there.
Well, yeah, because there will be more trouble at Chelsea than anywhere else.
Who selected them?
Well, it's not been confirmed yet.
He'll do that.
It's not been confirmed, but it's an interesting debate. Because
That
there's scraps down there after the Millwall game, apparently. So I heard it all go all the streets down towards Fulham.
Yeah, they have a big
Scrapping
crowd,
going
so
on
therefore
down
the getting through the turnstile is going to be a bit more difficult. If they had big, I don't know who is it instrumental picking the team to start.
I don't know. It's got to be in
It's
conjunction with the
government.
FA and the clubs, isn't it? I mean,
Is FA, is it? Well, they might do it.
or the
that way.
league and the clubs. Yeah, the FA, the
Wasn't
league
the
and the clubs.
government like say you're do it?
Can't, can they? They know nothing about it.
No.
No,
They pick.
Round from where Bartram had his shop,
Yeah.
oh yeah, gated iron entrance.
That's
You have to
right.
keep pushing yourself away.
Well, you know what it was. Getting out as well.
That was terrible.
I'll tell you what was dangerous, coming off that big bank
Yeah.
after the game.
Yeah, that's right.
And you never had a proper steps.
No,
It was
it's
all
just
rough ground.
slide down, didn't you?
You get,
Yeah, when it was wet too.
yeah,
Oh, now I should say.
yeah.
And then they used to all converge on the exit, and there are stanchions down both sides and drove it.
Yeah, and
so
when
any kid or women get there as they get round that corner, you know.
When they opened the big gates,
Yeah, and then they're half open.
The thing was
them
that
two big iron posts.
Yeah.
the turnstiles you're talking about, you had to go through that gate, and then they found out.
Oh
the
yeah, that's
turnstile.
coming in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean, it used to be murder trying to get in the gate.
That's right.
To get to the
There's a
turnstile.
big queue outside and mob really.
Yeah.
And they had to get into that, you know, it's a funnel in, then spread out.
Spread out, and the boys one and the pensioners was
Yeah.
right over on the right hand
Yeah,
side.
that was before my time, by
And
the
you
way.
had, then you had
That's
three
when I
or
was-
four up here that were straight
Yeah.
into the grandstand.
And then,
That one there.
after the turnstiles used to be open,
With the light check
match.
Well, yeah, but,
on there.
yeah, but
This is only up to Point
Red
West.
George was over
Down the
somewhere
valley.
over there. Somewhere there.
After turnstiles, you couldn't get in. That Chelsea match, you know, that one where they caused that trouble afterwards.
That was a dangerous game.
That was, you're not going to do it there.
Easter Monday.
Yeah, we're not having there, don't you? Yeah. Well, getting in. There was so much crowds getting in. There's hardly any turnstiles open. All the Chelsea fellas just were spinning us over the top of the bar, going in, dropping in. And the police were not doing nothing about it. I was waiting to get in myself, you know, in the queue.
I see a bloke one day at Knox Road entrance, see where you go up them steep steps.
Oh yeah.
Find out what
He
them
caught
big
his arm,
Oh yeah.
broke it, and that side of that door.
Yeah, you know, coming out of there was dangerous because it was all down steps. Anybody went down.
Yeah, but you see, that's what caused all that accident at Ibrox that happened a few years ago, where they were all coming down those steps, they heard a roar, someone would turn and go back, and they all just sort of fell
Yeah,
over.
but this here was purely, if everybody sort of surging down, okay, there's one that fell down.
Morris Setters.
Setters.
Morris
Oh, I know who you mean, yeah.
You said Morris, I had.
Oh, he's hard bloke, wasn't he? Yeah.
He played for John, so you got the
That's right.
He played about half a dozen games.
No, I know he didn't play much.
But he's in management now somewhere, and so
Yeah.
he's assistant.
He is Manchester.
Yeah.
I looked at the Manchester programme.
Yeah, he played
Remember who that was, right?
Rod? Morris Setters.
Setters.
Settlers, that's it.
Yeah,
Morris settlers,
yeah.
that's it. Who thought well, I thought of Morris. Very hard. And Harry, as soon as I said Morris, he said settlers.
Yeah, that's how you picked it up, didn't you? First name and second name, see?
Same as Crawford for a time, didn't
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Yeah, that's right, Crawford. Yeah, he's...
Holden came from the Arsenal.
he? He helped him out.
Crawford played for England.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, Crawford, he's all right.
Ray Crawford.
Right, yeah.
Cliff Holt came from the Arsenal and played a few games.
Yeah.
I remember sitting down at Cheltenham during the war, the England halfback line, a brick colours and there's
Riley, I tell you.
Yeah, we see there were so many of those matches. You went down just to watch a match, didn't you?
David Gallagher was at centre forward, and I think Hagan was at inside.
It's like Sam Bartley, he played 5 times on the trot at Wembley, didn't he? 3 more time, 2 after. And 5 times, he gets it for 1. Millwall, didn't he?
He didn't play in the first one.
He played 5 times.
He didn't play in the first one.
The first one?
Hobbins led the 7 goals.
Oh, no. I don't mean
He
that one.
played for Charlton, Millwall, Charlton and Charlton.
Another one as well, Shaw.
No, he only played the 4 because the first game against Arsenal, Hobbins was in goal. And
Yes.
Bobby
He's never got a first match, did he? He never played one.
Chelsea won the match.
He was down to play on one occasion when Sam was injured, and but the last minute he came back on.
We had in that workshop over there, we had Billy Saunders coming in,
Saunders.
and he was in the office.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember you saying that.
He went up to West Bromwich. Billy Saunders.
Going back
This
now.
photograph.
Goalkeeper.
Oh, he was scouting on the
No, the goalkeeper.
Oh, the goal.
What's that one? He said, "Oh, you should have said, I'll have to get a bleach game down." He said, "Sam's got to die."
They've cut out some.
Yeah.
Mum, Mr. Sunday, mate, Bob, you look as though you're sorry.
Supposed to get me, you know.
And a week of...
Mum, Mr. Sunday, mate,
No,